This is so much different than short form. Hello. I should look here. That's gonna be weird. I'm using the front-facing camera. I should probably use the back-facing camera, but I'll just have to remember to look here and not here. Hello. Hello. My name is Mix. I am a college student. I'm studying music. I enjoy fashion and singing and music, obviously. I have a dissociative disorder. I'm not sure which one, but you know. Unknown dissociative disorder. Meh. I have issues with dissociation, derealization, and depersonalization. In the past year, I was also diagnosed with OCD and BPD, and I'm at a really weird stage of my life. I'm mostly recording these, I think, because my memory is getting really bad. I'm not having like blackout memories or anything. Like I remember having the memories. I've never come to and I didn't remember what I was doing. But they don't stay. They don't stay. It's really hard. And growing up, I was, a gifted kid. I was a smart kid. I did well in school because I understood everything. I was able to process it. I was able to do the work. But as I've gotten older and as my memory's gotten worse and I've gotten more and more out of it, my mental capacity is just not as good. And I can feel myself slipping. I'm not able to do what I used to do. My mental capacity, I feel it slipping. I have gained a very significant amount of weight over the last 2 years. Energy levels are so much lower. Just, it's rough. Because the things that were so integral to my identity, I was creative, I was smart, but now I've had artist block for years, especially for the kinds of art that I want to create, right? There are a lot of kinds of art that I enjoy, but the ones that are most important to me have felt out of reach. Like I will try and it just won't come from, the recesses of my mind. I was smart. Before I came to college, I had never failed a class, gotten anything lower than a B. So when I got to college and I have, at this point, fully failed one class, almost failed two. GPA dipped so low that I lost 25% of my scholarship. It's financially, it's a little bit harder. I'm very lucky. My parents have money set aside for me, but it does put some stressors on things. And I just find myself so overwhelmed by everything. It's really hard. I have experienced depression since I was quite young, middle school. So it's difficult when you can feel yourself going downhill. At least that's what it feels like, to not fall into old habits and hold old thought patterns. I have a therapist, I have a psychiatrist, I'm on medication. This is not a cry for help of someone who doesn't have any support. I have a therapist who I've talked over this with. That's actually kind of why I'm doing this. I had a conversation with my therapist yesterday. I didn't mention like the video or anything, but just the concept of feeling like I am slipping and that I feel as though I'm degrading in value as a human being. I grew up, like I said, I was smart and creative. That was kind of my thing, but I was never like, I thought I was ugly. I was always a little bit larger. I'm fairly tall. I didn't think I was attractive, right? I didn't believe that anyone could be attracted to me. So that was most of my childhood. By the time you start to think of it, I had eating disorder patterns from like middle school through high school. I still kind of do, although they've evolved a little bit. But my senior year of high school was kind of when everything turned around. I got a job. I was starting to choose my own clothes, started doing makeup over COVID. It was the first time I started to believe that I was pretty or attractive. And around this time I was also I made TikToks, everything from, the memes of 2021, lip sync audios, to silly audios, to thirst traps and transitions. So like I got really into making short form content and I was receiving validation there. My first year of college, I was, I hooked up with people for at least the first time for me, outwardly expressing their attraction to me. And I felt good. I felt confident. I was going through, especially towards the second half, I was going through really intense mental health problems. That was when my borderline was the worst, and it's actually what got me to re-seek out therapy. But yeah, so that summer after, I spent a lot of time getting mentally well. I was journaling 3 pages every day. I was going through The Artist's Way. I started that, and I was doing really well. And I felt good. But the next summer, this last summer, I was working. I was doing pretty good, but I ended up having a series of dissociative episodes. It got really bad. I've always struggled with dissociation to an extent. I had trouble staying standing for more than a few hours at a time. Leaving the house was extremely difficult. I spent most of my time in bed. And I ate a lot, I snacked a lot, but I started binging a lot more. I've had, like I've mentioned before, I've had disordered eating since I was about 13 years old. I gained about 30 pounds in 7th grade, which I basically spent the rest of middle school and high school trying to lose. Yeah? Sorry, my cat's being silly. And so I've had binge restrict patterns. I've mostly gotten the restrict patterns under control, but that leaves the binging. I've always had issues with self-control and prioritizing short-term pleasure over long-term happiness. The future, I can always do something different. Right now, I can just do what I want and I can fix it later. That sort of thing. I've gained about 50 pounds since then, just because of it was so much harder to be active. And I'm doing my best. I'm a college student on a very beautiful, walkable campus. I walk a lot. Pretty good about eating, or like making sure that my eating is well balanced. My sleep is the best it's ever been. It's really confusing, right? Because technically, I'm doing everything that I should be. It's really frustrating, right? When you feel like you're doing everything right and everything correctly, and you still feel bad. you still feel like you're getting worse. You just kind of have to keep trying. I didn't really have a point to this video. Like I said, this is kind of just trying to make a time capsule of who I've been. And also I've been wanting to post videos, I think, and I just need to do it. It's one of those things with the creativity that I don't do it. I have one more video on my page that was actually supposed to be much longer, but I didn't realize how much footage you need. It was like 2 minutes long. I think I was trying to do like the editing with the clips. I'd be like, okay, I need this much and then I'll cut it off here, instead of just filming and giving myself the raw material and then editing it, which is a problem that I do with writing. I really like lyric writing, but I haven't been able to do it properly or like fully since middle school. So I try to edit as I write. And I think editing as I create instead of editing and then creating. Oh, okay, well now you have to say hi. Now you have to say hi. This is Giblet. He is my son. I've had him since he was 5 weeks old. He is 11 months and he wants to get away now. So just filming a bunch of raw material and then editing it down. That's kind of why I just did one sit down video, because you can't pre-edit the shots if it's just one video. I thought about scripting it, but I was worried that if I didn't do it now, I wasn't going to do it at all. At least here, even if it's rambly, I did it. I filmed video. I do have a lot of thoughts and thoughts on philosophy and love and concepts. Talking about creativity and things that I've struggled with. I have a few ideas. Maybe in like 2 years I have a huge YouTube channel and this video is still up and someone is watching it. But for now, my goal is to post. I can get better at things with time, but I'm not ever going to see any sort of success if I wait to be an expert to do things. And now I'm talking myself in circles, and hopefully you will see more. If there's anything, oh, that's what I was going to say earlier. If there's anything in this video that you find interesting and you would like me to elaborate, please let me know in the comments. I'm really pretty good about at least liking comments and reading them. I try to like all of them once I read them, and then I'll respond if I have something to say, but sometimes I'm really bad at coming up with things to say. Okay, I've been doing an outro for like 10 minutes. It was nice to talk. I just talked for 35 minutes. That's crazy. I need to drink water. Well, bye. Like and subscribe and comment down below. I will hopefully see you in another video.